Hello, my delicious co-creators. Lilou here for a new other part 2 video here with Solla, because we got some juicy information about the Jade egg, and it's a must. It's a must little add-on because this is very interesting. The Jade egg practice related to having more pleasure, pleasing our man, pleasing ourselves. Tell us about this juicy egg and how this changes your whole structure, your vagina and everything, and how come this transforms it so much.
First of all, I want to start by saying that the Jade egg practice has many medical benefits. And keeping the integrity of that is that, many wonderful things can happen structurally in your body. But now Lilou wants to know about the juicy part. So now we're gonna switch gears here. We'll get to the juice about the Jade egg.
Juicy Jade egg.
But that's not the primary benefit, guys. I mean, that's going to be a nice, a nice little icing on the cake.
A huge one.
Right?
Are you kidding? Come on, get to the meat.
I don't want everybody in the world to think that that's the main thing. The main thing, the main message is that it's a medical benefit and it improves your well-being. Okay? So
now let's get to it.
Out of the way. So when you practice the Jade egg as a woman, and you do it correctly, and you do it in the way that we teach you, right? What's happening is that, let's say, let me see your arm here.
Let me hold this one, it'll be easier.
So this is Lilou's arm, right? Okay, now the Jade egg, if you could just imagine from here to here, this is her vagina wall. And then part of this is going to be her uterus.
Yeah. Let's do it back here.
Yeah.
What's this one?
So if this is the vagina, the vaginal wall, and this is the uterus, if the Jade egg is planted here inside of the vaginal wall, right, what's going to happen is that when we teach you the correct way to do it, you're going to experience this sort of accordion with your muscles. It's like this. It's like this. Right? And it's going to contract the egg to move further up the canal. So not like a Kegel exercise. A Kegel exercise, you just feel the contraction here in one part, just like this. But with the Jade egg, you're going to feel this accordion type of motion, and it's going to come all the way up, and it's going to activate the uterus, and the whole thing is going to be like, and just pulling. I have to make that noise because this is what exactly happens. I can feel it going on in my body.
This conversation is going to get really juicy. Stay tuned in.
So then now, when this happens, all of your glands, all of the reproductive glands get activated, and you become very juicy, you become very wet, and you don't run the risk of drying out. And in intimacy, one of the issues for women, is that, I get dry really quick, or, I'm approaching menopause or premenopause, and I'm dry, and I feel, and it's thinned out, and there's pain associated with that. When a woman practices Jade egg, and it could be any age, you're like 20, or 50, your whole area becomes nourished with rich blood, and so...
And you get so much energy, so much power in the vagina that you can actually have, we see all kind of stuff on the internet, here from what Thai women are able to do with their vagina. But what's your experience in a sexual act that lasts for hours? Then you can literally...
Can you imagine if you're nice and juicy? Yes, you can sustain a very long lovemaking session with your partners, absolutely. But your partners have to mention, the man, if he's practicing the Taoist method and retaining his semen, he can last a long time for you. Okay, so that's something...
We're talking hours and hours and hours. This is not just an hour thing.
We're talking...
These guys are making love for 10 hours.
We're talking bone marrow cleansing hours.
Talking the whole day, you don't eat anymore, you just live of love. And
It's a whole practice. The Taoist method, it's a whole practice of when you make love and you prolong the love, and there's methods in which to work with your partner that you can actually take it into a spiritual level, if you will, and you can literally, with your mind and setting the intentions, to clean out any areas that you need to in your body, such as a bone marrow or kidney, your organs. There's a way of cleaning out your organs in this method.
So the man feels it differently around his penis too, and how is that for him? Like you literally pull him out, or what?
So then, when you practice this jade egg, after a while, what happens is that your body automatically starts to contract this way when you're making love to a man. And as a woman, it's like you're training your vaginal wall to do this, right? And so the man suddenly he just feels like he's just being pulled in, like his entire part of his body, that part of his body is just being pulled right in. Yeah, it's quite
intense.
It is. It's quite amazing. It's quite amazing for the man to feel this, and for the woman because she's using her entire vaginal muscles, not just one part of it. There's so much sensation. There is so much pleasure and so much sensation happening.
And from my understanding, to support in him not ejaculating too, because then you can lock or you have more control too, and you can support your man.
Absolutely, you can squeeze and hold, and there's methods where if you're trying to train your man not to, withdraw semen, then the woman can also hold and put pressure in his underneath the perineum, what's called the $1 million point. There's all these methods. There's all these. You'll have to come to the Dow Gardens and take some courses to find out all of these juicy details. But there are methods. Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. What else is there to say about this in lovemaking and how it changes everything with the practice of the jade egg? I guess too for women that have had babies and then have a soft vagina that is not tight anymore. This is great too.
Yeah, this helps to revitalize and rejuvenate. Women that just had their babies in postpartum care. And throughout. Whether you've just had a baby or you've had a baby maybe 5, 6, 10 years ago, as a woman, every woman can benefit and every woman can make this their practice. And it's something that is easy to do. You can do this every day. I have a jade egg. My jade egg is in here as we speak, So
you're wearing it.
And I'm actually doing the work, and you guys don't even know I'm actually doing something.
and this gets very small. I guess yours is that big?
It depends on the woman's anatomy, structural anatomy. It depends on whether she's had babies or not. There's various sizes. There's small, medium, and a large egg. For me, in my personal practice, I use all three. Yeah, and they're all wonderful.
And you put weight on the egg?
And yeah, you can actually train the isometric contractions even further and tighten the muscle wall and build more strength overall by tying the jade egg into a water bottle, for instance, I tell people to do, or a coffee mug, or your set of keys. I just put a skirt on and walk around the house. Nobody even knows that there's a weight under there.
No, it's unbelievable. I've been just wearing this jade egg for a year now because I discovered it here at the Dow Garden a year ago, and now I can put a whole pouch. I had to graduate to these small ones now because I put a whole pouch of jewelry, and it was filled up. That little bag where the egg is in. It wouldn't move. The egg stays there. It's incredible how, without even doing the regular daily exercise, just wearing it, it's already starting.
And you noticed it didn't take that long, right? And I have to admit, in the beginning when I started to learn this, I said, "Oh, okay. You know what? I think I'm in good shape. I've been in wellness and health for many years. So when Juta is my dear friend who is also a Universal Healing Dow here."
And we did a whole interview together with Juta on the jade egg.
I love Juta. Juta is my favorite redhead, is what I call her. My favorite redhead. So when she had the jade egg and she was coaching us in the beginning, and she said, "Okay, ladies, just put your key or your coffee mug and tie it around, and let's just stand around." And I was like, "Oh, good. Okay, I'm just going to put the coffee mug."
Let's go for the coffee mug.
It flopped right out. It was like, and I was like, "Oh."
Pretty heavy too. That's a big start.
That was humbling, but I didn't think it was heavy. It's just like this little tiny coffee mug, and so now.
Now you can do the...
Oh, yeah. Now it's like a, water bottle, like a liter water bottle. It's good to go.
Whoa! Okay, ladies, got some work. Let's tighten this up. Thank you, Solla.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, and sending you so much love to you, all juicy women out there. Come on, let's get even juicier. Much love from the Dow Garden. Bye.